Hey, welcome back to our mobile app. And in this lecture, we are going to create the customer register screen. Okay, now within the bias, we can create a new folder and we can call this folder auth, or you can just call yours authentication. And within the auth folder, we can then create a file and we can call this file register screen, then .dot. And now we can create a stateless widget and also register screen. And over here, we need to highlight and use Ctrl and dot in order to import the material.dat package. And in order to have access to a lot of property Flutter has, we can then return a scaffold widget. Okay, great. And within the scaffold, it has a property known as body. And we can then have the column widget. And the reason for this is because we want to have our widget displayed vertically. That is from top to bottom. And as you know, the column can take multiple. So I'm just going to do this again. Okay, the column can take multiple widgets. So it has the children property. And the first, the first widget of the column is going to be a test widget. Test widget. I'm also going to undo this again. Okay, sorry. Okay, add this. And sorry, this is within a column. So this is going to be comma because it can accept other widgets. Using this assumes we want to close this or this is the end, right? So this is a comma. And this is going to say create customers accounts. Okay. And also we can give this a style in test style and increase the font size to 20 and use Ctrl and S to save. And now what we can just do is back to the main.dat screen. And for now we can change it to the login, sorry, not login, but register screen. And hot restart this. Okay, perform auto reload. And we just have to wait for this a bit. And let's go and check. Okay, you can see it over here now. And register screen. And what we can do is we can wrap this column with a center widget. To the center, and you're gonna sit over here since we are within the column. Okay, and now within the column, it has a property known as main axis. We can then say main axis element dot center. Okay, and you should see it over. Okay, over here. Seems good. And after this, we want to have a widget known as circle avatar. Within the circle avatar, it has a property known as radius, which is basically referring to how the circle is going to be, how big the circle is going to be, okay? And we can say 64. And go check this out now. And you should see it over here. Okay, seems cool. And also we can give this a default color. Within the circle avatar, it has a property known as background color. We can then say colors yellow, and we can give some shade of 900. Okay, 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 great. And after the circle avatar, we can then have a test from field. And as you know, within the test from field, it has a property known as decoration. And this is going to be input decoration and not box decoration. Not input decorator, but decoration. Okay, add your comma. And now within the input decoration, it has a property known as label test. And this is going to say enter email. Okay, and use Control S to save. Sorry for that. Okay, you're gonna sit somewhere here. Okay, and what we can do is we can wrap this with a padding, or what we can do. Okay, I'm gonna show you this first. We can wrap this with a padding, and you already know what this is gonna do. It's gonna give some breathing space over all these edges, or we can just say maybe 14 or 13, and wait for this. Okay, I think this is okay. And we can copy this and paste. This is gonna be enter full name, and we can copy this again and paste. Sorry, this is gonna be enter phone number, and we can copy this again and paste. This is gonna be password. Okay, and you should see it up to 4 times now. Okay, should be 4. Okay, seems cool. And over here, we want to have a button. And we're going to be creating this button from scratch. Over here, we can have a container widget. And as you know, the container has a property known as width, which is basically referring to how wide the container is going to be. And what we can do is we can get the width of our screen. To do this, we have to then say media query, then dot of context, then dot size, then dot width. This is going to give us the width of our screen, and what we want to do is we want to minus 40 from it. And also, within the container, it has a property known as height, which is basically referring to how long the button is going to be, or the container is going to be. And we can say 40, Ctrl and B to make this wide. And in order to have access to some additional style properties the container has, we can then have the decoration and box decoration. And now we can then say color as dot yellow, and we can make this darker by giving a shade of 900. Use Ctrl and S now to save, and you're gonna see this over here. Okay, seems good. And you can see it's way too sharp. So what we can do is within the box decoration, it has a property known as border radius. And this is gonna be border radius and dot circular of maybe 10. Okay, okay, seems good. And now within the container, it has a property known as child, and it's going to be a test widget, and this should say register, or probably you can say sign up. And use Ctrl and S now to save and go check this out. You're gonna see it somewhere here or yeah, you're gonna see it somewhere here. You can see it over there. And what we can do is we can wrap it with a center to move it to the center. And also within the test and have a style property, and this is going to be test style. And first of all, we can change the color to colors but white, and also we can increase the font size to maybe 19, and also we can give a font width, okay, font size and font width dot bold, and okay, you can see. Okay, seems good. And also within the style or within the test style, it has a property known as letter spacing. We can set this to 4. As the name implies, we want to be able to space all this letter. Arrow is going to have some space from E, and you can see, great.